Yeah, I got rid of a few more things. So basically down to the trailer right there. All the way up to the red truck. All that stuff is gone. Gone, 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 gone. There's a snowmobile. It's junk. It's going to the junkyard. The motor's taken apart pretty much, so there's no point in saving it. I know you guys haven't seen such emptiness here at this compound since I started making these videos. Basically what's happening is we're going out of business. That's what's happening. Pretty much. Not right away, but we will. Like I said, continuing to contract. Make everything smaller. Less and less and less. Less is more, as the communists always say, right? You will own nothing, right? You will own nothing and be happy. Well, maybe you will, but I won't be happy. I bought a wood saw blade, but $10. Can't find it. Shocking, right? I don't know what I'm going to do with this truck. Probably sell it. Fix it and sell it. Oh yeah, it's pretty empty back here too. It's getting all hollowed out. This was part of like a scrapping dream. I was going to get a bunch of these boxes and sort and organize. That ain't happening. Sort and organize. I don't got to worry about that no more. Sort and organize. We're gonna end up getting a, I don't know, maybe a truck driving job or something. I don't know. Something that pays $30 an hour. My son's making $30 an hour working in a warehouse. Like zero skill required type of warehouse. Just using your back and your brawn. This was never gonna work. I knew it. You know what I mean? Like from the beginning. I just thought I'd give it a try. So many people were suggesting it. But I know me. And, yeah, it's not a fit. Oh, bummer. It's just a handsaw. You can't get any, like, really good contracts going or anything like that. Like all those huge warehouses like Amazon and stuff like that, they have huge dumpsters that they pay some corporation to come and haul away. You know, they put their scrap in it. So some large junkyard company comes and picks up. I seen at this one Amazon warehouse, kind of closer to my house, the employees pushed 3 forklifts into the dumpster. And them things weigh about 6,000 pounds each. Yeah, the termites and all that got to the bottom part, so it pretty much just rotted into the ground. I got another one in here. I'm gonna take that apart. I got rid of a bunch of junk that was in here too, so I gotta keep going with some garbage. That's kind of pretty much garbage, not all of it, but I'm gonna toss that at the scrapyard. You know what? I think it will be a big sigh of relief to not have to work for myself. Let the work stay at the work. Do you know what I mean? Well, you're handling things 20 times there, King. Yeah, I know. I don't seem to be able to get past that. I mean, part of it is this big fat stomach. I'll blame it on myself. It makes things 10 times harder to do when you're a big portly guy. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Probably see if I could use it on one of those roll-up doors on the scrap wagons. It ain't happening overnight, so I was singing the poverty song for Mr. Scrappity, because he sold what the heck is this? He sold a keyboard, electronic keyboard for, you know, making music, that kind of keyboard. It was worth probably, you know, he says around $200. He let it go for 20 bucks. Well, we can't all know everything, right? I'm like him, I wouldn't have known what it was worth. It's not like you can, not like you can win them all, you know? Hey, 20 bucks is 20 bucks, right? That's a pizza. In my book, that's a pizza. Maybe take a couple of pizzas to feed his family, but you know what? Better than nothing. That's the way the poverty works. At first I thought this was like corroded copper, but it's not. Yeah, this did not work out at all. It just became a treasure trove of catch-all. What the heck is this thing? It's aluminum, whatever it is. Just a giant old catch-all. Loaded with bugs. Loaded with bugs all the way up until, I don't know, whenever the weather gets really cold. And even then it takes like any hoo-ha. Got a couple of these barrels laying around. That one's totally empty. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's another one out there in the field. I haven't been able to sell them to anybody, and you can't turn them into a liquor store. They won't take them without a receipt. So unless you're a scrapper and you can cut them up, because the junkyard won't take them whole like that. You gotta cut them a piece, not just a hole in it. You gotta cut them in half at least. Then they'll take them. But yeah, I'll probably work on that sometime this week or whatever. Getting rid of all that. Just more crap that we'll never need, we'll never use, and we don't want. It was a good idea. It could have worked. I'm the wrong guy, though. I've proven myself. I'm just the wrong guy. The prices for scrap have been so low for so long that I don't know. It's hard to drum up the desire. I'm not really physically capable of doing clean outs and stuff like that. You know, going to somebody's house. I never have been. I've always been like really overweight, so that's just a lot of huffing and puffing. So it's just not the job for me. It's the job for somebody else. Clean outs. You can make a lot of money doing that. You can make a decent living. You can make, I don't know what. Definitely more than I'm making. Definitely more than I'm making my own mess. Right? But this place is more at my pace, which is really slow. That's the good thing about the place. Is I always remember hearing the advertisement, learn at your own speed and learn at your own pace. Well, my pace is set to the dials, like set beyond the limits there. Oh, look, a piece of copper. 2 pieces of copper. 3 pieces of copper. 3 pieces of copper. Yeah, a man's got to know when to quit and give it up. So slowly, I'm headed in life to living in a van down by the river. Well, not very far from it. That's where I'm headed. I'm headed to living in a van. my own way, my own style. Nobody else's suggestions or ideas. Just my own way of doing it. Whatever way that might be. I've done it before, you know, like when the government had my house torn down in Oak Lawn. I lived in my truck by the junkyard and on the streets for like, I don't know, it was like 8 months. That was some hard living, let me tell you. That was not easy. And without the truck, I don't know what I would have done. I probably just would have died, really. This is brass right here. That's where we're headed, though. We're on the slow road to doing that, though. Not happening tomorrow. Not happening next week. But it's in the cards. It's going to happen. It's a portrait of a man that gave up a long, long, long time ago. Back when I was in kindergarten. I actually gave up. I've tried, you know, like sometimes I get inspired. Hey, let's go try. And it always just ends up in failure. Nobody's fault but my own. I lose the drive. I lose the motivation. No matter what kind of mind. Look at that. We got this done together. How about that? Broke that thing down. Made a little scrappy pile. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that. I got this base of wood that's kind of like melted into the ground. There. A little at a time, guys. A little at a time. We'll get there. We'll get there. It'll happen. All these caster wheels that I tried selling on Marketplace, they're brand new. Nobody bought them. My brother's trying to sell his Mercedes-Benz on Marketplace, and he's gotten a lot of like Eastern European and Russian types wanting to buy it, and a couple of lowballers too. All of those guys are lowballers. All those Eastern European guys. And the only serious buyers have been African Americans so far. Everybody else wants to get the thing for next to nothing. And my brother's more stubborn than I am. He ain't gonna let it go. He'll just keep driving it rather than selling it to somebody like that for next to nothing. And what's the point? I think it's a 2007 450 GLE or something like that. I'm not sure exactly. He's trying to get I think he's trying to get $9,000 for it or something. 90,000 miles. Whatever. He's like, do you ever try Marketplace and a couple other things, Craigslist? I go, well, those two platforms, you're gonna get a lot of lowballers. They're gonna want it for next to nothing. sure enough, this is all going to go in the garbage can or the burn pile, either way. Don't matter. That's the end of that dream. I ain't doing that again. No siree. I mean, you all got like some lofty, great ideas, but hate to say it, but I'm unable to utilize any of those for whatever reason. Mostly, probably lack of organizational skills and motivation. Knowing how to be deeply organized is something I've never been able to do. Like this one plumbing contractor I get scrap from, his truck, he's got a box truck, like kind of like this one. The inside is like got walls and shelves loaded with heavy construction plastic totes, not like some cheap one like that, with all the different types of equipment and tools he's got. You know, it's got bungee cords to keep them from flying off the shelf, etc. The inside of that truck is very presentable. I just, this is something that I encounter constantly. The wire ends up getting wrapped around a tool like this, and they end up spending quite a bit of time trying to untangle it. I just get frustrated and I say screw it. Screw it, I'd rather do nothing. You know? I don't know, maybe I'm gonna put this in my truck. That part looks like it's been pounded on though. So it might take, I don't know, maybe a year to sell everything off. Maybe longer, maybe less time. I don't know. I don't know. That's a little loose right there. This one looks a little bigger. Yeah.